This parking is too small for your aircraft.
So, you guys are hearing some sounds now, I take it. Oh, that was supposed to happen. Hello, good evening. What's going on, everybody? Hello, hello. How are we all? Happy Friday, guys. It's finally the friggin' weekend. What's going on? Hello, I'm sitting here. Oh my god. I'm getting all prepped and set up over here for the flight, and I've just been experiencing some major delightful fun problems with the old simulator. So give me just a second here and we'll get underway. Shush, go away. There we go. Right, I think we're in good shape now. I think we're in good shape. I think we're in decent shape. Hello. Right, are we all here? What else is new with simulators? Accurate. Completely accurate. What's new? What is new indeed? Hello, good evening. How are we all? Happy Friday. Yes, so it is officially, as you can tell by the pink going on behind me. Pink! Let's see the pink emotes in the chat. Guys, you got the free emotes. Let's dang well use them. We got lots of pink happening on the stream today because the cherry blossoms are pink. Though, unfortunately, we aren't flying with Pink Airlines. We're flying with good old Southwest. But yeah, we're going to take this beautiful 737 on the River Visual today. But we're starting out actually in DC. So I figured this would be a great place for us to start. Why not? Let's start in DC. Let's start the way we mean to carry on. Incarnate, how are you? Jeff, hello. Welcome to the stream, guys. Good evening. Hello. Happy Friday. Yep, we're definitely going to take the Visual. Might get a bit delayed. See if you can fix. Might be a bit delayed. Let me see if I can fix that. Might be a bit delayed. What's delayed? Is it something on the stream end? Is something going wrong? Is it on my end? Please tell me if something's gone horribly wrong. Oh no. Please, I've had enough issues today. I just realized my social thing isn't working either. Test, hello? What scenery is this? Great question. Drzecki Designs, Washington, DCA. Yeah, so this is Drzecki Designs, Washington, Reagan National Airport, and the Drzecki Designs, Washington DC scenery as well, with the Washington DC turned off from Asobo. Yes, probably on your end. Okay, just making sure because I've had issues. I've had some issues today, guys. As you can tell, I've definitely had some issues, and I'm still experiencing an issue or two. Hilariously, I don't seem to be the only streamer who has been experiencing some of these issues. So, like, I'm not entirely surprised. But yeah, apparently there have been, like, since whatever Windows update, there have been, like, a ton of things, like, things in OBS that were perfectly fine were completely broken. Like, all of my audio was completely disconnected. And then, well, there was an update to the wave link, but then there were issues with my audio, and then my freaking computer needed a Windows update earlier. And for some unearthly reason, the, what's it called? The update broke my ability to watch Twitch. So goodness knows what's happening. Nobody knows. Right, let's do that. Let's preview that. Let's save it. What's going on here? Why is my social one? Where are you flying to? That's a great question. Yeah, I haven't even put it in the description. So, I had an idea. I thought, what if we had a bit of a vote? Because obviously we're flying out of DC. As you can see, all right, you ready for this? I just want to point this out. We're not flying in live weather, and there's a very good reason for it. You ready? I'm going to turn live weather on for a second. So we're not flying on the network or anything. So this is just us tonight. Ready? This is currently live weather and real time in DC right now. So we won't be doing a visual approach in this, obviously, because we can't see anything. So I figured, let's come off live weather, let's come off live time, and let's just do this thing in like the best conditions possible. Yarg, yeah, it's disgusting. It is actually disgusting outside. And we're celebrating the National Cherry Blossom Festival with a whole bunch of like pink stuff. So it would be terrible to, enjoy the beautiful views that we're going to get on the river visual if we, So I figured what we would do is we would do the northerly departure, because we're flying out with calm winds, so we can do whatever departure and arrival we want. So we can depart out on the northerlies and get a beautiful view of the city going out, obviously over the tidal basin. Wish the cherry blossoms were in this game. They are currently not. And then we would fly out from there. Pop your head out the window right now and get rained on? Yeah, basically, that's exactly right. If I had a window down here in the basement, that's exactly what would happen. But yeah, so I was just organizing the plane, getting it all sorted. GSX, as normal, is being a right meme, as you can tell. I need Rev and all of his magic, because clearly I've broken something. But anyway, so we're just going to load up and go, pretty much, is my thought. Now, in terms of destination, there are several options that we have. I was looking at SimBrief here to like load up the flight plan and all that fun stuff. And one of the destinations I was potentially looking at is Newark. Now, the nice thing about Newark Airport up in New Jersey, New York area, is that the weather over there, well, not that it matters because we're flying in not realistic weather anyway, but the flight time is actually super short. Like wheels up to wheels down, we're looking at like 45 minutes. So we would actually set up for a departure out to the north. It would be a 45-minute jaunt over, land at Newark, and then basically turn the whole thing around. I kind of do like the idea of Toronto as a potential like third flight if we really fancy getting crazy tonight. I do have to be up in the morning, that's the only thing, but I'm totally down to like hang out for a little while. But anyway, so the idea would be is that we could go, you can't see it, but up to Newark Airport. Again, it's on the other side of the river. I don't have scenery for it because the scenery that's out is just awful in terms of frame rates, and I don't particularly fancy going through that. So that's option one. Option number two is down over to Raleigh, Durham. So option number two would actually take us out to the south. So it would be, so it would be out of DCA. Mackie Cheese, it's my co-working buddy. What's going on, Katie? How are you? How are you? So the other way we would go would be out to the south. So the Raleigh flight is an hour and 15-minute block time, so about maybe just under an hour total all in. Is any PVD scenery in MSFS? PVD, remind me what developer that is? I don't know off the top of my head. It's my co-working buddy. I'm very tempted to do the Raleigh flight, to be honest with you guys. I've actually not flown into Raleigh for a while. I think it could be fun. It would mean that we do the northerly departure, which is, again, it's the exact departure that I was telling you guys about. So it would be the the J-dub 4 via Hafner, and then out to the south, and then a Melton transition, which puts us basically directly onto the arrival at Raleigh. Again, the nice thing with this, it's fast flight, it's a quick turn, so we basically could get all the flights done pretty quickly, which means either we could go on to something else afterwards, or we could do a longer flight after that. So completely up to you guys. I'm leaving it to you. You tell me, would you rather, and we can do this as a poll if you would prefer, we could do this out to Raleigh or out to Newark in New Jersey. Providence. Providence is in Rhode Island, right? Have you completed the story of Harry Potter yet? No, I still need to finish it. New Jersey. We're feeling New Jersey. Should we do it as a poll real quick? What would you guys like? Should we do it as a poll? I can set it up as a poll. So, all right, here we go. So we're going to set it up as a poll. All right, so New Jersey or Raleigh. How did the heck do you spell Raleigh? I'm terrible with spelling. Raleigh. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know. Someone is probably going to correct me in chat. Raleigh Airport. Raleigh Airport, like that. That's how you spell it, chat. That's how we spell it. Right. Okay. So Raleigh, New Jersey. And we're going to set it for like 3 minutes. And I'm going to allow you guys to use your points, right? All right. So you can use 500 sips of tea if you like as additional votes. But go for it. Guys, the voting is open. Down for whatever. Sure, do the poll. So we are doing the poll. So yeah, are we flying north or are we flying south? Frankly, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference to me because, yeah, like I said, we're flying in pretty much clear weather all the way down. Excuse me. It's going to be clear down. It's going to be clear back. So I don't really mind what you guys want to do. It's completely your call. You vote north. Beefy dude. Hello, Beefy dude. What in the world just happened to my alerts? I saw the alert go. Did you guys hear the alert? I didn't hear the alert. Is that Air Canada Embraer? That is, yes, it's an Air Canada Express. Air Canada Express Embraer. Oh my goodness, Beefy dude, I am so sorry. Well, dude, first of all, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate that very much. We will replay that alert once I figure out how the frig to fix that. Oh my giddy aunt. We are having all sorts of technical issues tonight, aren't we? Oh my god. Right, how in the world? I think it's an Embraer 145, I believe. It's a static. That is one thing with this scenery that I absolutely despise. Happy brought me over. Happy, you are a legend. Thank you very much, Happy. That was very kind of you. Let's see. We got 3 votes, by the way, for Raleigh so far. 3 votes for Raleigh, 0 for New Jersey. Mackie, what the heck? I thought you were voting for New Jersey. Have you changed your mind? Have you decided that you want to go down south? Meanwhile, let me see what in the world is happening here. Right, properties. Yeah, that's fine. And then my alerts. There it is. That would be why. Guys, I'm an idiot. It's fine. You can tell me I'm an idiot. It's absolutely perfectly fine. I am apparently an idiot. Charity group. Yeah, that can go because we don't need that. But what in the world? What in the world is happening here? Flight info, Sprouts, gaming overlay, socials. Why? Is that why my social banner wasn't there? I hate life. I hate life. Pro streamer, that's what I am. Beefy dude, thank you very much for celebrate the follow there. Hello, welcome to the stream, my friend. 80%. It was 4-1 for Raleigh. Very good. Raleigh it is. Raleigh Durham. Let's set this puppy up. 14 Juliet. Not that we actually like need anything crazy in terms of call sign because we're not going to be using it. We're not going to be on the network today. So here we go. Let's just generate the flight. We'll get this right underway. It should be a really easy. Yeah, look at the routing here. JW4, Melton transition, and then over to the Aladdin 3 for Raleigh. And it's going to be a 0-1 departure, which is fine because that's what we were planning for anyway. Total flight time. Here we go. We're going to look over here at what the total flight time is. It shows up. 34,000 feet. We really think we're going to get that high? Hour and 16 minutes. Oh, sorry, 48 minutes. Yeah, with 48 minutes, hold the phone. We are not going to get to 34,000 feet. Not in 48 minutes. That's stupid. That's stupid. There's no way. Happy to do an even altitude going down, but there is no way we're making 34,000 feet. So we'll do, let's say 24,000. I don't even know if there's an agreement with Raleigh. I could probably actually bring up my stuff here and take a look at it real quick. Desktop, we want ATC. We're going to bring this up. This is probably going to bore you all to tears, but there we go. That's life. Here we go. This is my master document right here. Let's see. So IFR. We want agreements. Here we go. We've got Richmond. And that's it to the south. Everything else is to the north. Yeah, I think we don't have an agreement with Raleigh Durham, which is fine because again we'll make it easy. I don't even know if we'll make it to 24. I'm gonna go ahead and put it as 22,000 feet. I doubt we'll even get that high, but we'll see what we can do. We might get a pretty aggressive climb out. But let's go ahead and get the plane fully set up and ready to go. The good news is, like I said, we're not flying on the network or anything like that today, so it's going to be super easy to set this puppy up. We're also going to go ahead and quickly set up the aircraft displays to show in kilograms because Americans are crazy using pounds. I'm sorry, kilograms are so much easier. Right, fuel. It says we need... By the way, guys, for anyone who's wondering what the heck I'm doing, basically taking the information in here and converting it over into a format that the airplane can understand because the airplane is very, 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 very smart. And it can actually do a lot of this work for us, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and resume plan of flight. We're down on the ground. No, we are not. Excuse me. We are not at Newark. End that. Start new. We're Reagan. Add flight plan from SimBrief. Here we go. And there's that information in there. Very good. Okay, so, right, that's in there, all good. Right, let's go and take a quick look. Right, so average winds 259 at 6, so it's basically going to be a crosswind the whole way, which we were relatively expecting. Airtime 48 minutes, and estimated fuel burn is about 2 tons, which is exactly what we were expecting. All right, so it looks like it's Charlie. Charlie, welcome to the stream, my friend. Happy Cherry Blossom, my friend. 235, you could go up to 28 or 30. I mean, honestly, with the climb out that we'll probably get, we'll probably make it to 22. To be honest, I think we'll stick with the 22,000 just because we want to kind of, I'm going to plan for the departure and the arrival on the ground so that there's less work to do in the air. But it will make it a lot easier. Okay, right. So total zero fuel weight over here is 49.1. We are going to be crazy light today. I forget whether it likes it to load it this way, but I'll deal with passengers here in just a second. I usually do this off of the sim brief planning, so let me go ahead and do it from the briefing. Right, so it's right over here. Yeah, so 54.2. Oh, okay, so our estimated takeoff weight is 54.2, zero fuel weight 49.1, landing weight 52.0. So we're looking good there. Let's go ahead and set all that up. Right, fuel level. Britain DC does randomized number of packs. I think it can. I think, yeah, because I think the Boeing 737 can take up to 100 and something passengers. We've got 96 on board. So yeah, it's I definitely think it does some kind of either randomization or something similar. Brit, talk important, interesting numbers about planes and their workings. Me, ha ha ha. Smart planes go brrr. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They do. Right, block fuel 50 to 81. 5 to 81. Here we go. We're going to plug that in. And then we will return to the payload. And the gross weight, I think, where was the gross? I think it said 96, right? 96. Yes, doing good. We are just getting ourselves together. Yeah, 120 passengers on board the 737-700. 96 passengers on board there. That gets us to, I believe the cargo is still off. Oh, zero fuel weight seems off here as well. So let me fix that real quick. Estimated zero fuel is 49.1. So let me plug that over here. There it goes. And that shifted that down. Wait, oh, because this is... Why has it done this? Why has it done this? Southwest doesn't have a first class. What is it doing? Ugh. Oh, that's going to be a... Oh, why? That is such a pain in the butt. Ugh. I hate it. Oh, well, you know what? I don't even care. The numbers are correct. The load level is at 65%. We're fine there. Everything else looks good. I'm happy. Everybody else happy? Good. We're not changing it. Because I can't be bothered. Am I bothered? No, I am not bothered at all. Right, FS actions can be placed over here. FS actions can go over here. Right, we're going to go ahead and set up the initialization of the airplane. Return FMC and init ref. Okay. Did it go through the init page? Let's just double check that it did it. It's fine. It's happy with where we are in space at the moment anyway. I think the IRS is aligned. It is. We are in great shape. Cool. All right, guys. So very first thing that we are going to do is check the overhead panel. The way that this works is we basically go up and down and up and down and up and down and just make sure that everything is in the configuration that it should be. Your dampener should be off at this stage. Navs are all set accordingly. Cross feeds are off and the fuel pumps are off. Ground power is in and active. APU is currently off. Seatbelt signs are currently going to go on because we want to Yes, that would be a great call sign for the way back. 1 Delta Charlie, I love it. Let's go. Carly! Hello! It is. It is. It is. Hello, Car. Hello, Raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to the Cherry Blossom celebration. We are doing a series of exciting flights with Southwest Airlines. I know, big missed opportunity that I decided not to fly with Pink Airlines like I normally do. But yes, we are doing a series of flights in and out of Washington, DCA, which is Reagan National Airport, the airport that sits right next to the Capitol, to celebrate the National Cherry Blossom Festival. We are just getting the aircraft all set and ready to go so that we can get the heck out of here, flying down to Raleigh-Durham International Airport and then back again. And yeah, we're just basically going to be enjoying the views, enjoying the banter, and join in for some fun and exciting times. Oh, I am having a wonderful Friday, Car. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday. How was Valorant this evening? Did you guys have fun? Did you have an amazing time? Right, we're going to start getting this airplane set up over here. Right, our gross and zero fuel weights need to go in. So fuel is 49. 1 on the zero fuel, that sets 54.4. That matches the gross weight that I have over here. Reserves, we're going to do 0.1 on the reserves. Cost index today, we're going to follow Southwest cost index, 43, and that's going to go right in here. Cruise altitude. We had lots of discussion about that earlier. We're going to stick with, what did I say in the planning? 22 or 24? 220. Yeah, we'll stick 220 in there, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and plug that guy in there. We will go ahead and also put the average wind component in. We can find the average wind component right here. It's 259.60. 259 at 60. We're going to plug that right in there. Right, that's the initial panel set. The only thing we're missing is fuel, and our current fuel that we're going to be using is right here, 52.81, 5.2. So that goes in that spot right there. Execute that. That gets everything in the fuel page done. That page is complete. We're moving on. Right, so this is the performance limitations. We are going to be 340 max 0.82 Mach speed. That is perfectly all right, so that is the init ref page complete. The next section from here is the N1 pages. We're going to go ahead and derate the takeoff. Basically what that means is we're going to pull the engine power back to the lowest possible high setting for fuel efficiency, but we're going to go ahead and set that now. I usually like to do a derate of TO1 and a climb 1 at the same time out of this airport. It's a particularly aggressive climb out, and with the temperature and everything, I'm going to go ahead and select a temperature of 45. It's recommending climb 2, but I'm going to go ahead and adjust for climb 1. What all that means is just based on the way that I know that this plane behaves and everything. That's the setting that is going to work best. Carly! Oh my goodness me. All the love today. Holy cow. 9 months. We have a Twitch baby. A friggin' Twitch baby. I can barely believe it. Right. Center of gravity, which is this guy right here, 23.5. You guys are probably wondering where the hell I'm finding all these numbers. It's right over here. It's this number right here. Right, V speeds, we will get those when we plug in the departure. So we'll be doing that here in just a second. We've basically got everything else in place. So let's go ahead and get this going. The cool thing is we have basically got like one waypoint that we're putting in here. And it's this one, MELTN. This is literally what we're doing. You call wizardry? MELTN. MELTN, Melton. That's our transition point. And guess what? If it wants to work, Yep, Melton. Yep, just making sure I've got the spelling correct. Hello. Legs page. Oh, that's because I need to put this in. KDC. I'm an idiot. KDCA is the origin destination. K. Oops. KRDU. That goes in there as well. Destination. So DCA KRDU. We are Southwest Airlines 14 Juliet, and on the way back, I do really like that 1 Delta Charlie, so we'll use that call sign for the way home. We are going to pull a company route, but we are going to go ahead and plug the runway. We're going to do a 01 departure. So let's go ahead and put that in. You're telling me you don't use a QWERTY keyboard on a plane. So this particular flight computer and many others in other planes don't have a QWERTY keyboard, but there are aircraft out there that do use QWERTY keyboards. A lot of the new big like glass cockpit aircraft all do use QWERTY. On these older ones, no, they just use the standard ABC keyboards, which, trust me, it's a pain in the ass. 8 minutes to get through the login queue for the base. Oh my god, you're in the... Oh dear. Oh dear. I've heard that people are waiting like an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get in. That's crazy. MELT, and let's get that Melton transition in there. There it goes. That's basically it. Let's activate that and execute the flight plan. We're going to go ahead and set up the departure. The departure is going to be the JW4 Melton transition from 01, and we're going to execute that. There it goes. And then we're also going to go ahead and plug the arrival in for Raleigh, because again, we're a short flight today. We want to make sure that we get all of that in as well. It's the Aladdin 3 for 23 left. So we're going to go ahead and plug that right away. ILS 23 left, and that's going to be the Aladdin 3 for 23 on the 23 Bravo. And then the transition is going to be Melton right there. So that all matches up. We can actually go ahead and view the flight plan off of this computer right here. And the way we do that, if I move the yoke out the way, is we shift this button into plan mode, and then we can actually step through our legs page right here. So this is where the aircraft is at DCA, and then we just step through and make sure that it's all correct. So from there we go... I think this is the way we do it. Yeah, Hafner is going to be the next waypoint, and then the final waypoint there is Aladdin before we jump onto the arrival. And then the go-around procedure off of 2-3 left is already plugged in there as well. So that's all good there. Initial climb out of DC is 3,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and set that up on this panel right here. And then now we've done all of that, the last thing is setting up the speeds, and we're ready to go. So before we go ahead and do final performance or anything like that, we're going to turn on what's called the APU. So did you know on the planes that you fly, every single time you fly, there is one additional engine that you don't know about? And I just realized this whole time I've had the sim muted because I'm a melon. I'm an absolute melon. But there we go. That engine is right here in the tail. Every single one of the aircraft you fly on every single day has an extra engine, and that engine is most of the time in the tail of the airplane. What that does is it actually provides additional power to the plane, and also it increases the airflow to the main engines in order for them to start. So that's what we're turning on right now. It's called the Auxiliary Power Unit, or APU, and then what we do is we kick this switch right over here, and that feeds the air through the whole cabin. So we're actually going to hear the air conditioning kick on now as well. Right, so let's go ahead and run the performance numbers in here real quick as well. Performance data is going to be in this guy. So N1's takeoff. Here we go. So here are Oh my goodness gracious, these are low speeds. All right, this is going to be a really, really speedy departure. We've got 116, 119, 129 with a... Oh my giddy aunt, this is going to be ridiculous. Okay, so 129 is our V1 speed, so 139 is our climb speed. I always like to do a plus 10 knot climb speed in the IAS panel. Here, initial climb 3000, heading bug will set at 0.1's heading. I haven't even pulled up my charts yet. I'm failing miserably at life, and then we'll do the departure briefing, and then we'll be on our way, guys. So hold on to your horses, guys. We are basically ready to go. So let's go ahead here. We'll wait for GSX to do its thing. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. If it doesn't start within the next minute, I'm gonna shut it down again. Anyone else experiencing annoying GSX bugs at the moment? I don't know why. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Right, GSX, are you gonna behave or am I shutting you down? I'm shutting you down. I am shutting you down. All right, let's get GSX back up and running. Ugh. Awful, awful piece of software. It's so bad. Hi, wanted to... Oh, of course you do. Of course you do. Guess what? Chat, what do we do for people who do shit like this? Bye! See ya.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
You know what? You can shut up. We're dealing with people over here. Don't you know? Don't you know that we're dealing with people? Don't you know? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, prepare for pushback and departure. Here we go. We're getting underway. Right, very first thing we need to do in order to get this bird ready is apply the parking brake and then start the initial flow now that we've got all of those speeds done. Oh, I looked away for 1 second. We tossed them out the emergency exit. Correct, but only in flight. Academic funk. Yep, basically. Exactly right. All right, upper panel. Let's get the yaw dampener going because now we're in a good state to do so. APU power can now come on. We are now on the APU and ground power is out. Over here, seatbelt signs are on, and we're going to go ahead and set auto on the main bus. We can also go ahead and put the wings and anti-collision and logo lights on, as we now have power provided by the APU. We'll set the window heats and carb heats here in just a second before we push back, and then basically the upper panel is in good configuration. We will get ready to start the engines here in just a second. With the engine page. Lurk, you're finally in. Best of luck, Charlie. Hope the first game goes well. All right, let's get that.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Oh, hello. I don't like that new voice. Oh, I really don't like that new voice. All right, well, let's get the APU gone because I just realized that is in there. Ground services, let's release ground power now, and let's remove the chocks.
Bypass pin inserted.
I do not like that voice at all. I do not like that. Oh my god. Being a dino. Wait, I thought Charlie was playing something else. There we go, there's the tug. All right, there we go. Okay, we're basically all set. We'll do the pushback thing. Love new planes with the electrically dimmable windows. The pilots can control. So, funnily enough, it's actually not the pilots that control it. That's actually the purser or the head flight attendant. That usually is the one that controls that. But yeah, it's so good. Yeah, Diablo. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right, how are you getting along down there, buddy? All right, we want the nose to swing around, the tail to swing around to the left. So tail right, there, tail left, nose right.
Release parking brakes, please.
We will release the parking brakes. And there goes the
Commencing
brake.
Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, very good. We are going to go ahead and do so. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get these engines going. Packs off. APU bleed on. We are going to go ahead and make sure that everything else is active here. Fuel panel on. Hydraulics on. And master switch over to the right hand side. We'll do the left for the next flight, and away we go. Engine number 2. Let's do this. All right, she's spinning up. Here we go. There's 15, 17. There's introduction of fuel. Let's get out of here. Hello? There goes the engine start, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go! Who's excited? Who is pumped up? I am so pumped. I am so pumped. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, apparently pushback truck is like pushed us way back onto kilo for no reason whatsoever. Okay. Overzealous. Stop! GSX, stop! Thank you. Oh my god. Talk about overzealous. Right, let's go ahead and
Please set parking brakes.
yeah, let me get the second engine started, please. Thank you very much.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yep, absolutely. 15, there's 17. Let's engine number 1. I know, for real. I really should expect nothing less, should I? All right, there's good engine start on number 1 as well.
To ground. We have a good engine start.
You would think by now that I would have like decent ground handling services. That car, what a pushover. I know. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a terrible joke. Happy's got the jokes tonight, guys. Happy's got the Happy's got the jokes, chat. At that point, you might as well just drive up. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm a bad streamer. I'm a bad streamer. Car, I'm so sorry. Guys, if you aren't following the amazing, wonderful Ice Cold Car, please go give her an amazing follow. She is a wonderful, wonderful human being. Close, dear friend of the stream. Love her to pieces. Her content is incredible. If you aren't following her, you are sorely missing out. Please, let's get... Please, let's get some...
Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, 299 so it's going to be standard all the way. The nice thing is with the weather being customized like this is like I really don't have to like do all that much. Thank you, be here all week. Oh yeah, 139 V speeds all checked out. Flaps are done. Right, let's set trim. It's going to be 5.08, so let's go ahead and set that real quick. All right, so we'll set this up. I'm doing this all backwards. If my flows were better, I would have this like in a totally different position. Right, 508 on there. Right, let's do the upper panel continuous and continuous relight on that. Packs can come back on. Power can go over to the main engine bus. APU can come off. Window heats can come on. Probe heats can come on. And the upper panel is now ready to go. We don't have to worry about anti-ice as it is clear. We are doing a PAX on departure because short flight and we've got plenty of performance, so not too worried about that. 22,000 feet is set in the altitude panel. Don't worry about the arrival. Let's set flaps now. Flaps 1, 2, and 5. We're going to verify V speeds now. That's done. Also brake set to RTO, and everything else is all set and green there. TCAS is on. And this is when we would normally call for taxi, but it's just us. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, We are ready. Let's do this thing. I'm going to unload that, import from SimBrief. And here is our latest flight. Let's download that in there. And here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the music off for departure. All right, let's do a very quick departure brief. And then we will be ready. Yeah, you even get a comfy seat. That's right. Exactly. All right, quick brief of the departure. And then we will go ahead and taxi on out of here. What's the missus up to tonight? She is relaxing because she's got work tomorrow. She got work, so we are playing. All right, well, that's being slow. So that's code for we'll restart Navigraph. Ugh. Everything is being slow tonight. Right, while we're doing that, let's go ahead, pause the music. And we will pull Navigraph again. Navigraph charts, please, and thank you. Here it goes. Wine and chill. Yes, exactly. She has worked incredibly hard the past week, so well deserving of the break. Here we go. So here is our departure. We're going to be off on this runway right here. It is a heading of 187, and basically following the river, we'll fly this ourselves, and then I'll whack on the autopilot all the way up, and then we'll make a turn, basically right over the top of Arlington, and then basically fly straight down to the waypoint Hafner at 3,000. But we're probably going to go ahead and clear that. Well, it's above 3,000. We're going to go well past that, considering this transition right here, Melton, is our transition onto the arrival. So that's going to be super easy. In terms of taxi, we've got a super easy taxi. We're right here on Kilo. We're going to swing the nose around on Kilo, over Papa, Charlie, cross Charlie onto Alpha, and then Echo, and basically go from there. So Kilo, Charlie, follow it down on Juliet, and then we'll take off of runway 01. Ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, we are on our way. Let's do this thing. Coco! Oh my giddy aunt. What is with the raids tonight, chat?
Coco underscore and
hi.
Chamomile invasion. Keep your hands on the tea, folks. We have 2 more viewers.
That is amazing. Coco, hello, good evening. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I am taxiing an airplane. I am using the TCA Airbus throttle quadrant because I don't have the Boeing. So yeah, I'm still using the TCA what's it called? The TCA side stick. Coco, let's get you a shout out. Coco, thank you very much for the raid. That was super unexpected. We are literally just taxiing our little airplane out here because we are flying, friends. We are flying over to Raleigh-Durham National Airport. Hello. Are you gonna turn today, mate? Thank you. Yeah, so we are going to Raleigh-Durham, and we are taking this beautiful Southwest 737 out there to celebrate the National Cherry Blossom Festival, doing a couple of visual approaches from Raleigh back again. So we'll be doing the river departure and then the river arrival. So definitely a busy day, lots of flying, so it's going to be super fun. Right, let's do final pre-departure checklist. Flaps are set, brakes RTO. Initial climb is 300. Course heading was 007. Let's go ahead and set that here as well. 007 167. There it goes. So initial heading is aligned. Course is set. Course is bugged up. 2992 is our altimeter setting. So we'll again taxi out of here over to Charlie. Basically cross over here, over on this side, and then we'll line up short of Charlie. There we go. There's the capital right there behind us. So the cherry blossoms are all these trees right here. So normally we would see these being pink, but unfortunately the sim doesn't have it in the game. Unfortunately, unfortunately a small limitation of the sim is that we're missing some of that. Right, we need to get some lights on for departure, so we need to bring the landing lights on. Let's just double check that all of our packs are off. The upper panel is all in green, so we're in great shape there. Departure is armed. Let's get the flight directors turned on and on. Or arm the auto throttle, because we're going to be doing that here in just a second. And we are basically ready for the departure. Ladies and gentlemen in the Twitch chat, let's get some ones in the chat if we are ready for our DC departure today. Ones in the chat if you are ready. And Southwest 14 Juliet, taxiing onto runway 01 departure. Let's do this thing. As I said, we are not on the network today. I'm just practicing my calls. Always good to practice. Here we go, lining up on the runway. All right, runway heading is aligned. We are nicely lined up. Look at this. Look at this. Right, ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, we are sitting on the runway at DCA. Let's go to Raleigh-Durham International Airport. Thrust is going in. There's 50% power. N1. Brakes released. And come on, also throttle. Go on. And go. N1 toga. Thrust is set. And airspeed's alive. Checked. There's 100 knots. Oh, and that was a very quick V1 and rotate. Easy does it. And we got a positive rate of climb. Gear is going up. All right, LNAV. And Command 1, let's do this thing. LNAV, VNAV, let's go ahead and stare out the window. That's the wrong side of the airplane. There we go! Over the tidal basin to celebrate the National Cherry Blossom Festival, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. The not so pink cherry blossom trees over Washington, D.C. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful departure over the capital city of these wonderful, amazing, beautiful United States. Let's get out of here. Let's fly this airplane. FMC, that's probably, yeah, unable 220. That's absolutely fine. Let's go thrust climb, and let's go ahead and set departure heading. We're going to go ahead and do the throttle back here. This is part of the noise abatement procedure over Arlington, Virginia. And we're going to go ahead and clear that all the way up to our cruise altitude of 22,000 feet. Like I said, this is going to be quick today. So we're going to want to plug some things in, like when we're on the downwind leg, which we're literally about to turn into. So there we go. There's the north side. That's Georgetown University right there that we're flying past. And this right here that we're going past on this side is the water treatment facility of Washington, D.C. as well. And then on this side, some of you may or may not know, but the CIA building is, I believe, yeah, I think, no, it's not that building. I think it's this building right here. Go Hoyas! Yes, indeed. Go Hoyas. There's Tyson's Corner right there in the distance. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a beautiful departure, this one. Wait until we do the arrival. So we're going to be, for the arrival, we're going to basically do this route in reverse. And I'm going to be taking control of this airplane and flying the approach manually. It's pretty nutty. All right, so we are not in thrust climb yet. I think once we get past this next waypoint, I'm gonna go ahead and release. Yeah, we'll release this waypoint here. We're gonna delete that restriction and execute that, and let's go thrust climb, and let's go level change and VNav. Let's do it. There we go. All right, level change, and away we go. Flaps are now coming up because we are now accelerating. And there goes acceleration for the climb out. And off we go. There's flaps in. As we fly past Arlington. Over here, the capital in the background behind us. And away we go. There's Tyson's Corner. Making the turn. And then over on that far side, right there's Dulles International Airport right there. Basically flying over my house at the minute. Beautiful. And there we go. We did it. We did it. Let's get some music rolling. Turn the sound of the sim down. And we are on our way. Which button is it? It's this one. There we go. Turn the sound of the sim down. We'll pop some music on. And there we go. We are on our way. Flaps up always means you're off and out. Yes, indeed. So true. So true. Let's get some views of the city as we leave. Oh, it's such a great flight, this one. It's going to be short, so we're going to want to basically get set up for the arrival here, like, pretty dang fast. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So yeah, we're doing, like I said, the flight down to Raleigh is going to be quick. The flight back up is going to be equally quick. So yeah, it's going to be good times. Super, super excited about that. Once again, huge thanks to the 2 raids that came in. That was incredibly kind from both of you. Thank you very, very much. Definitely made the weekend go off on a great start. We will be streaming again tomorrow. Specifically what we're streaming, I still haven't fully decided. I've got to tinker around with a couple of things. We do have some Lego to finish. So we might do another like longer flight series and do some finishing off of some Lego. So that might happen tomorrow. I am somewhat restricted on time in the afternoon, and I do have a haircut in the morning. But I do kind of want to fly somewhere in between there. So there we go. All right, we're at 12,000 feet. Top of climb. We're going to be right over here. Yeah, we're going to be chasing this arrival like immediately. As soon as we hit top of climb, we're not going to be up there for very long. See, Jeff, we're not going to make it. Told you. Yeah, because we're going to get to Hafner. Yeah, see, that waypoint right there would have been the 3,000. I'm glad we canceled that. I'm very glad we canceled that. Yeah, we needed to get up and out of here because this is our transition onto the arrival. All right, so let's do an arrival brief already. I know, we just took off and we're already doing an arrival briefing. It's that quick, guys. It's that quick. So here is our waypoint that we're coming in from. Melton. So we need to be below McDon at 17,000 feet. Flavco at below 12,000, and then at Aladdin between 12,000 and 9,000. So I think what we'll do is we'll try and aim to be about 10,000 feet by Aladdin. And then we are going to be on these. We're aiming for 2-3 left, the ILS approach. So I'll be plugging that in here in just a minute. We'll get the arrival in and do all of that fun stuff. Reminds me of the rapid flights between Toronto and Montreal, hour flight all day. Yeah, like, seriously. It's crazy. Like, the Raleigh flight, the Newark flight, I think Nashville is like an hour and 10 minutes. It's relatively quick as well. I think the block time on it is like an hour and 30 minutes, but like all in, it's like hour and 10 minutes out to Nashville. Where else? I think there's somewhere in Alabama from DCA that's also like within an hour. So it's all very, very quick. Then Glazer below 9,000, Harsh between 9,000 and 8,000, so probably aim to be on the middle of the ground there. And then 6,210 knots, and then expecting the ILS. So we'll probably pick up the localizer like right around there. Let's take a look here at the ILS information. So we're going to go into the charts here for the approach. We're going to be taking, there's 1,000 to go. 2-3 left. ILS, which is this guy. Let's take a quick look. So Butts. Our final waypoint is Butts. So from Butts, you guys think I'm kidding? We're going to the Butts waypoint. Can we get some peach emojis in the chat? Peach emojis. Let's go. Then warms, and then basically making the final turn onto the ILS. I don't know whether we're going to get vectors onto the ILS. We'll check that on the arrival. But then basically from Duan, Dintz, Docat, and then on the ILS. ILS pickup is 2,200 feet. So yeah, it's gonna be good. My whole internet went down. Partner is hosting an MC server. They have an island with like 1,000 pigs. Basically, deuces. Oh no! Oh no! Dude, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a major rip. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start setting up the arrival already. So here we go, 10,000 feet for the first initial descent vector. We're already at 22,000 feet. See, I told you this was going to be pretty quick. Is my terrain on? Did I accidentally hit terrain? I did. Anyway, ILS frequencies. Let's go ahead and plug those in. 108.5. 108.5. Let's go ahead, pop that in there. 1085. Then course of 234. 234. Two went too far. 234. Right. There are no more pigs. That is not my part. Oh dear. Oh dear. We have to make that distinction now. Oops. Oh boy. All right, let's go ahead and set our approach. We can do a full flaps 40. That's going to be 240 knots. There, our gross rate weight that we can expect is 52.4 according to the thing there. So yeah, 123 is going to be our VREF on final. So yeah, we should be good to go. ILS frequency is tuned. Everything is looking good there. And the airplane is in really, really, really good shape. So now we're basically just hanging in cruise. Let's bring the flap lever down before I become a really bad Boeing pilot. And let's align the heading, shall we? 224. Worst Boeing pilot ever. Worst Boeing pilot ever. They won't let me fly again, chat. They won't let me fly again. So what did everybody get up to this week? Did you enjoy yourselves? Did you have a lovely one? Was it excellent? Was it excellent? Look at this beautiful airplane that we're flying. Southwest Heart 1 livery. Did anyone get up to anything of particular interest? I'm trying to find, there's that one view that I absolutely love and I can never ever find it. Stressful week as heck. I'm sorry to hear that it was stressful, Happy. Will it become less stressful now that it's the weekend? It was draining, but had some fun streams. Amazing. Amazing. I love hearing that. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think. For those of you, can I get a show of hands, if I could? For those of you who are Minecrafters in the chat, would you guys mind putting a 1 in chat if you are potentially interested in joining a short-term hardcore Minecraft server? 4 tests would not recommend. Is it like midterms week for you? I'm so sorry, but it's fine. It's over. Took some time to paint miniatures. That is a great choice. What kind of miniatures do you do? Like Warhammer and that? I used to do Warhammer back in the day. Unfortunately, I sold all of them, and I am so pissed about it. All right, Happy and Sai, I will get with you quietly offline. Oh, no, you are absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. No, that is perfect. So, yes, I will get with you both offline. Anyone else who is a Minecrafter who is potentially interested in doing so? Oh, good. I just realized how delayed my stream was due to the outage. Oh, you're fine. Absolutely fine. We're going to be in cruise now for... Do you guys want to know how short this flight is? We've got... Here's the transition. 56 nautical miles. We'll be done in like 2 minutes. It's crazy. Your Death God Nurgle! I was Space Marines. Space Marines all day, every day. Good old Ultramarines. Yeah, painted a lot of Ultramarine blue, that's for dang sure. So yeah, I collected 40k, and then I did my brother did the orcs, which were always fun. Death to the false emperor. Very good, very good. But the miniatures are actually from a strategy board game in medieval Japan. I'm fascinated. So you've got a board game that requires painting of miniatures? I'm actually intrigued by that. I'm actually properly intrigued. If that's the thing, I am like actually genuinely intrigued. I want to know more. Tell me more. Tell me more, please. Please tell me more. I'm fascinated. This is intriguing to me. I want to know everything. Tell me everything. But anyway, so yes, this week has been crazy. Next week, guys, just as a word of warning, I will likely not stream at all next week. I have a big event on Friday, and I am gonna need all the energy that I possess for this event. Does not require, but if I see plain plastic miniatures, I has paint them. Yes, I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I mean, that's a really cool, like, idea. I never thought, like, if there was a miniature of something that, it, like, you could just sit there and paint over the top with an owl. Like, I almost wonder if, like, people have done, like, the same sort of thing with the Monopoly miniatures. Like, all the Monopoly miniatures that are now coming out are all, like, metal. Well, they've been metal for a while, but they've got like some kind of like coating on them. But I'm sure you could get that coating off and then paint the miniatures in like a Monopoly board. That is such a good idea. Especially if there are gruesome details and disembodied body parts. That actually sounds hilariously fun. I can't lie. I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea. All right, well, we have lots of thank yous to make, so let's do be a good streamer and send all the thank yous around. Big thanks, Ice Cold Cart, once again for the amazing raid. Then we have Dark Puffy, Deltox, Happy, Islebine DLC, Incarnate the Great, Jeff, One Cardo, Kata, Coco, Mackie Cheese, Overhead Bin, PMR Call, Psychow, and Valued Brisinger. I'm so sorry for those who I mispronounce your names, but thank you all for being here. Means the absolute world. I really appreciate each and every single one of you being in this stream today. And another huge thank you, Coco, for the raid. Very much appreciate it. Highly unexpected. I mean, you could paint Risk miniatures if you wanted to, but the good thing with this game is that miniatures are more detailed and on par with Warhammer. Yeah, no, I can imagine that they would be like a lot more like detailed and stuff. So there we go, guys. We are 50 miles away from the top of our descent. Yeah. It was a quick flight. Can you imagine how fast the return is going to be? We're going to turn this airplane around and get... Oh, it's going to be a get up and go. I'm so excited right now. So excited. Look, I didn't even have to change the altimeter to standard. We were in the right spot. It was great because I just finished RE4 on the remake release day 2, so that was super satisfying. RE4... Resident Evil? Is that what Resident Evil, right? Am I thinking of the right thing? Is that even the right thing? Am I on the right track? I was on the right track. Look at me go. Pro streamer, pro gamer. I'm just that good. I'm just that good. Guys, you know I am such a pro. You know I am such a pro. Right, let's go ahead and start getting this thing set up for our arrival. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Right, easy. We're going to go ahead and set the auto brake to auto brake 2. It's just the auto brakes on this airplane are ridiculously strong with us being so lightweight. We're going to stop pretty fast anyway. So auto brake number 2. We are also going to ensure that our speed brake is armed at a later point. And then the ILS is all matched and locked there as well. The only other thing we need to do is set the landing altitude for the airport. So that is here. And landing altitude is elevation 432 feet. So let's go ahead and quickly set that 450. There we go. That way we depressurize properly. Otherwise we'll be in real trouble. Right. Our flight plan is basically all set and ready to go. Go around is all good. Let's check the flight plan. We are going to go ahead and go from Butts direct DOCAT and ignore the vectors for that and basically just go directly onto the ILS. We're going to continue the descent. We're going to monitor speeds and there we go. Right, landing briefing is done. We've done our approach briefing. Let's do a very quick landing briefing. Here is our runway, 23 left. We're going to land 23 left. We're going to aim to vacate. So this, basically what we're saying there is we're going to try and get off the runway by A3, Alpha 3. So we're going to go land 2-3, vacate Alpha 3, and basically taxi directly to runway 1. And we'll do a straight out departure, runway 23 for the return. Super easy, right? Super duper easy. Yeah, it's gonna be lightning fast. So yeah, vacate 2-3, short taxi, arrive terminal 1, and then we'll unload these passengers, get some new ones on board, take a very, very, very short break in between, and then we will be on our way. I just got to plug my headphones in now, and then we will be good to go. Right, chat, we are almost there. We are almost at top of descent here, and I gotta plug the speakers in. There we go. Right, what do we reckon? Do you guys reckon I have enough time to nip to the restroom before top of descent? We've got 20 miles. Yeah, I think we've got plenty of time for it. Right, chat, behave yourselves. I will be back in a moment. Hey chat, look, you've flown an airplane. It hasn't fallen out of the sky. And look, I came back just in time. We're at top of descent. Top of descent. There we go, chat. Welcome to the middle of the flight where we now begin our arrival. So what I'll probably do is I'll keep the music on for just a little bit longer. And then we will start to wind it down as we approach into Raleigh. I've kept the landing lights on this whole flight. Chat, you were supposed to tell me I did that. There we go. There is top of descent. There we go. Look at that. Yes, indeed. Engines have wound back properly. And we are starting our descent into Raleigh. So first is we got to be below 17,000 at Macdon, which is the waypoint on the Aladdin arrival. Just before, yeah, right here. So we're going to go overhead the waypoint. Wait, I think we already did. Oh, because this bit is not to scale. That's probably why. Anyway, we're somewhere over here, and we're flying into past waypoint Melton into Macdon, which is right over here. So there we go. We're going to get below there. Now, the 737 is a very, very slippery little aircraft. So she will probably, like, her speed will get away from us pretty fast if we don't monitor it very carefully. So I'm going to keep my eyes very closely attached to the instruments here as we guide our approach in. So I'm just going to keep a very, very, very sharp eye on all the things. Upper panel looks good. Lower panel looks fine. And our legs page is on. Guys, look at what our next waypoint is. Can we get some more peach emojis in the chat? Can we get some more peach emojis in the chat for our very favorite waypoint on this route? Oh my goodness. I didn't even... Guys, I'll be honest. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. I am tickled by that. I am absolutely tickled. Right, so we are coming in off Worms, basically direct to Docat. So we'll be picking up the ILS descent path. I'll probably aim to be 3,000 at Docat off of Worms. So we'll make the descent at Worms. I'll switch our flight mode in order to get our descent down to 3,000, which I'll probably end up setting that now at 3,000 feet. And I'm going to go ahead and lift this out of standard because we are now below 18,000 feet. See, this is going to happen really fast. Right, I'm going to go ahead and pause the music because we are now in what is called a critical stage of flight. So because we are in a critical stage of flight, it means that I need to focus very heavily. If that's too loud for you, please let me know. But we should be in good shape here. Okay. I don't know if I could do this IRL. You are crushing it. It's honestly, it is all about repetition, getting into a good workflow, not letting the aircraft get away from you. That's another key thing that I always like keep an eye on, is not letting the plane get away from you. You always want to try and stay at least a step or two ahead of the plane so that you don't get into a situation where you're either too fast, you're not set up correctly, the aircraft is in the wrong configuration, all of those type of things. So I always proactively will try and stay at least, you know, a step or two ahead of where we're at. You know, if anyone's interested in kind of like what I'm looking at or and what my process is to get the plane on the ground, then let me know. You know, I'm happy to talk about anything like that. Should we do a prediction? Should we do a prediction? I think we should. Predictions are super fun. Let's start one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a prediction like, will this landing be good or terrible? We're going to keep it really simple. Good, not sure, terrible. Because I know you guys like to spend your channel points, so we'll let you spend as many as you want. There we go. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and start this prediction. We're going to go ahead and set it for 5 minutes. Yeah, because we're going to be basically down on the ground here in not too long. Right, we're above 9,000 feet. We're at 10,400. There we go. Guys, go ahead, make your predictions. What do you think? Am I going to be absolutely slamming it down, or am I going to grease this bird onto the runway? All right, we're at 240 knots. I think once we cross Butts, I'm going to be opening up the speed window as well and reducing our airspeed. We do need to be at 210 knots leaving Butts as well. So I actually might do that a little bit before. So let's do speed intervene here. We'll drop that speed down to 210 knots now. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of air brake in just so that we can start slowing down. We're at 9,000 feet. We're at a good descent rate. Yeah, a little bit of air brake is just fine. And flap 1 limits. Let's just double check what our flap speeds are. Yeah, so 250 knots for flap 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead, bring in flap 1, which is just the slats. We'll bring that in now because we don't want the plane to exceed this. Remember, what our VREF speed is, the lowest minimum speed for us is 123 knots. So let's bring the air brake back in. We're at 217, 8,000 feet. We're coming over Gazer now below 9,000, 8,500. So we're in really, really good shape. And then when we get to Butts, we'll be 210 knots and below. And then we're going to hit decel and we'll arm the approach pretty much smack dab in between. 8,300 feet. We're in really, really good shape. Let's go ahead and keep the flap setting where it's at right now. And when we leave Butts, I'm going to go ahead and drop us down 200 knots. All right, there's next waypoint, guys. Butts is in purple. We have purple Butts. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, 7,900. We're aiming for 6. Weather is absolutely gorgeous right now. Oh, that is something I need to double check. I totally forgot to do that. All right, go around is in. 3,000. ILS is armed. And we're going to be crossing the decel point here in just a moment. We're going to cross this waypoint, and I'm going to go ahead and drop speed then down. Yeah, because overhead DOCAT, they want us at like 170 knots. So I'll keep us at around 180. That will put us on a 5-mile final with plenty of time to slow down. And for the record, guys, I have never flown into Raleigh before, so this is a first for me. Scenery is absolutely lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, and this is where we are now. So we're about to overfly Butts at 6,000 feet. Lucky for a couple. Sounds good. We'll see you in a few. Alrighty. We are perfectly aligned with where we want to be. Don't do that, please. Cheesy Pete's. Well, we'll arm the landing gear. I did not mean to do that. Also, go ahead and arm the speed brake while we're at it. Let's go flap 2. And we're overhead Butts now. Let's drop speed, 180 knots. And we're going to be overhead the decel point here in just a few minutes. There's 180. We're looking good. There's the airport. Airport's in sight. And there's our runway right there. Guys, look at that. We are in great shape. We are in really, really good shape. I'm not expecting a butter, but I am definitely excited for this one. All right, 6,000, descending 5,000. We'll go ahead and we won't arm the approach until we're actually established on the localizer, which we will be coming on for in just a minute now. All right, we're 177 knots, not keeping the airspeed great. We're under by a couple, but that's fine. I'll happily take a flap 3 now. Oh, sorry, flap 5. That's taking us to flap 5. We're at 10 miles. Let's go ahead and drop back to 160 knots. Flap 5. And then we'll take flap 10 and 25 in pretty quick succession. Here comes the localizer. The localizer diamond is kind of just sitting there. We're at 4,500. Localizer is 2,200. So go ahead and put that altitude in there. We want to be at DOCAT above 3,000, like slightly above. Actually fine with where we're at right now. Let's go ahead and pull this chart. So yeah, by DOCAT we're at 3,000, then we'll establish ourselves on the localizer. We'll probably actually pick it up a little bit early, which is just fine. But yeah, we're in really good shape here. Alrighty. Alright, localizer is armed. FMC speed, LNAV, VNAV path. We are on there. We're looking good. Get overhead DOCAT and we'll go past decel. Probably actually go up to like 165 knots here as we go overhead DOCAT. Things are going to happen pretty quickly here. So we're going to want to pay attention before we make the final turn. And here is our decel line here. We'll go ahead, take 10 miles. All right, 15 miles to run. Airport is definitely in sight, has been for a hot minute. Landing lights are on. Let's go ahead and check the overhead flows. Continuous relight is on the upper panel, and everything else is set and locked. Oh, APU bleed. That was my silly mistake because I was rushing. Didn't turn off the bleeds. It's fine. We had plenty of performance taking off. All right, let's take the yoke back up so we can disarm. Here's final turn, 2,200. And there is the localizer. Let's arm the approach. Localizer is in. Channel 1, channel 2. Double channel, dual VR lock. Lock star. We're in. And let's bring that down to minimums. There's flaps 10. 25. Gear down. That's what that is. Absolutely fine. Don't worry about the noise, chat. We're good. There's flaps 30. And there's flaps 40. There we go. Sorry about the noise. There we go. 2,000 feet. 5 miles. Raleigh traffic. Southwest 14 Juliet. Fully established ILS 23 left. 5 mile final. All right, good stuff. ILS is all in. Glide slope, VOR lock, and MCP speed is in. We're at 123 at VREF. So we are in really, really good shape. I'm going to go ahead and take out the autopilot at 12,000 feet. Oh, we didn't even set minimums. What were the minimums? Though I don't know if this aircraft actually comes with minimums. Or minimums call out, I should say. We'll call it ourselves. 12,000 feet. So minimums is in 500 feet. Go ahead and take it off autopilot. There we go. Plane's ours. All right, correcting. Right on the localizer right now, so we're good. At VREF, airplane is mine. Checked. All right. Smooth as butter at the moment. A little low. But that's fine. We'll make it up. It's fine. It's a nice kind of warm day that we've simulated here, so let's realign. Slightly off center, we'll correct that. It's the breeze blowing us slightly off. Short final. There's minimums, continue. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the auto throttle off.
500.
All right, so the airplane is fully under my control now.
400.
Let's keep that speed up, please.
300.
Checked. We're a little bit low, correcting for that. We're 125, absolutely freaking perfect. Little high, correcting. There's 2 white, 2 red. Absolutely freaking perfect. Couldn't have asked for better if I tried.
100.
50 over the numbers is what we're looking for.
50.
Checked.
30. 20.
There's power. Absolutely greased it! Oh, baby! And decel reverses normal. Woo! And there's 80 knots, manual brakes. All right, let's clean this puppy up. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt. Oof. Let's get this puppy off this runway. Oh. Oh, that was a absolute greaser. Oh my god, and we got off at the right taxiway. Oh my god. Could we have done that any better if we tried? Could we have done that any better if we tried? That was on the freaking money. Let's get the APU going. All right, 2 minutes for engine shutdown. We'll get that going here in just a second. And we're gonna go ahead and we'll prepare for arrival. We'll take that stand right there. Actually, we'll take one of the ones with the red markings. Makes it just a little bit easier for taxi. Guys, that was such a good landing. if I can do half as good of a landing into DC as we just did, oh, we will be on the money. On the money. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take this stand here. All right, good stuff. There we go. And we'll start to get the aircraft ready for a turnaround. There we go. I think that's pretty much bang on, isn't it? Pretty much bang on. Oh! 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 If it's not Boeing, it's not going. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't disagree. Ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, welcome down to Raleigh-Durham National Airport. It has been an absolute pleasure flying with you today. And now we're going to do the whole thing all over again as we get this puppy ready to take over. 2 blue, 1 red, engines are dead. Let's get this puppy turned around. So let's do some Where is it? Request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
There we go. And we are, we'll just do, yeah, we'll do SkyWest. Why not? Oh, Coatl, you pain in the arse. Coatl has failed us again. Again. Absolutely epic. Fantastic. Good job, Coatl. Oh, GSX, why are you such a meme? All right, let's do that. Well, good thing. What was that? Was that Coatl? Was that Coatl doing its thing? All right, let's get the electric pumps off, heats off, probes off, and the pumps off as well. Alrighty, and seatbelts can come off, assuming the doors are all opened as well, and your dampener can come off for now as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially in a turnaround. All right, there we go. Good stuff. Right, ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, are you ready? Are you ready for the return? All right, let's very quickly switch into this. Casa1 Up, welcome to the stream. I know you're a first time in chat, so I hope you are having a wonderful time so far. Good evening, hello. How is everybody doing? Guys, that was a great first flight. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Like I said, I'm going to be getting the aircraft organized here and ready for our next leg as we prepare to turn this puppy around and send it back to DC, where we are going to run the river visual into DCA. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take a very quick break. I'm going to leave you with some lovely music playing and the dulcet sounds of the simulator. I would normally leave you with some deboarding, but you know. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here for just a few minutes. I'm just going to take a very quick BRB, and we will be back here in just a few moments. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes for a quick turnaround and flight back into DC. And I'm going to update some information on the stream as well. Can we just appreciate the timing there for the end of the song? Right, guys, I've just finished setting everything up. I'm going to be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight. We'll see you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Are we there? Are we back? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I left you. Oh, my goodness, excuse me. That was terribly rude. Yes. No, I just had the most legendary cookie. It was so good. I would tell you about it, but it would make me want to go back upstairs and have another little half of it. So, yeah, we got crumble cookies this evening, and it was just so good. One of this week's flavors is like a raspberry cheesecake, and it's not overly sweet, which I really appreciate. Like, sometimes their cookies can be very over the top sweet. Not at all. Right. Shall we prepare for departure? Right. The good news is that I'm going to flip to this screen, and I'm going to show you the last flight that we did. So we did the departure, which was out of DC, followed the river all the way around, over the top of where I used to live, in Fair Oaks. Basically straight shot down all the way 22,000 feet until we arrived on the arrival, all the way down. Crossed the Virginia line, basically on our descent. Quick hook around, and our landing into Raleigh on runway 23 was a beautiful 274 at 1.03. I will take that. I will take that. It was, I probably could have flared just a drop more, but you know what? I will still take it. That was, in my opinion, that was a spectacular landing. We even vacated exactly where we wanted to be on Alpha 3, taxiing over to the gate. And now we're going to be leaving Raleigh once again, same runway. We're going to take off the other direction this time, and then fly back and expecting the river visual. So let me just kind of explain to you guys what the river visual is for those of you who aren't familiar with it. Right, so the river visual is an incredible approach into Washington DCA airport. It is truly spectacular. Essentially, you fly right over the city. It's here, I'll actually play this. So this right here is the approach for the river visual. So essentially, this is from the nose of the airplane looking down. So this is kind of the view that we can expect on our way in to DCA. I have company down here. Hello. For 2 seconds. Only for 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. Why only 2 seconds? You don't want to watch me land into DCA? I mean, I'm really good at it. Actually, in fairness, I actually haven't flown into DCA like this for a while, but I also haven't flown it in this aircraft before, so things could get interesting. Oh, no. Things could get very, very interesting. And actually, you know what? I will quickly put out a note. Okay. So let's put in a quick thing to everyone saying we are about to run the return. Into DCA. There we go. Let everybody know we're on our way back. So yeah, so the Langley facility, I don't know if we'll get that far north. We may cut the arrival. I'm gonna have to wait and see, to see actually how far on the arrival we do. But we're gonna kind of play it a little bit by ear. But yeah, Langley, which is a CIA facility, is kind of like a little bit of the ways up the river. Actually, not too far away from where we live. And then obviously the idea of this approach is literally to follow the Potomac River. You can see it right? So the Potomac River is this right here, joins the Anacostia and then out into the Atlantic Ocean to the south, with DC on one side, Arlington and Alexandria on this side, with the airport sandwiched right in between on the actual bank of the Potomac River. The cool thing with this approach is that we are very limited with the airspace on this side of DC. Obviously, it's very highly restricted airspace over DC. And it's also incredibly restrictive just outside of the DC area as well, because of the Air Force base that's on the other side. So the way that the path runs is we'll go over the river, follow it virtually all the way down, over the top of Arlington. We'll basically cut these buildings on the north side of Ballston and then hook around and land on the runway, which is right here. So yeah, as you can see, it's an absolutely gorgeous approach. We'll have this pretty much all the way in. The tidal basin where the cherry blossom trees are is right over here on this side, and then we'll basically hook around and land once we cross over. The goal will be to kind of cut in right on this side of the buildings as we follow the river around, and then not overshoot the final turn at the end. If we overshoot that final turn, then we'll be in a situation where we'll need to go around. But essentially, Georgetown is right here. The Key Bridge is here. This is the Arlington area right here, and we're just going to literally hook in short of this side of the Theodore Roosevelt Island here as we make that final turn. So yeah, it's going to get real tight really fast. There's the Watergate Hotel, very famous hotel. This is the Kennedy Center here, Lincoln Memorial, and of course Washington Monument, the Capitol building on that far side there. And then the National Cemetery is actually, it's not actually there. It's a little further back. Pentagon is here, and then we'll make that final turn. Trick is basically right here is where we need to make that final turn. It's almost directly over this portion of this bridge. So we're going to visually aim for this and then make that turn for final, and then follow virtually the edge of this side of the river here all the way in. So yeah, you make the turn a little early, like cross over the highway over here, aim for like to finish out the turn just short of this, and then there you go, you line up. There's your lineup for final. There we go. I don't know what. There we go. And a bug splat on the windshield on the way in. So there we go. That's what we're aiming for. That is what we're aiming for. So let's go ahead and set up this airplane, shall we? So the route today we are taking is K R D U is our origin, and then we're flying into DCA. And our flight number today, which was given to us by a very loyal member of our group, is going to be 1 Delta Charlie. So Southwest 1 DC. That's going to be our thing here. Runway, we're expecting runway 23 left. That was our departure runway. Arrival runway. So we'll expect the same for our departure. And then the legs for this is going to be super easy. We're actually going to go ahead and I'm going to go and unload both of these, exit out of here, and then search for the next flight, which is here. And this is it. So let's download that in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Navigraph. There it goes. Okay, beautiful. So it looks like our last waypoint on the departure, which is the Bexog 5, or Bexgo 5? Yeah, Bexgo 5. So running the Bexgo 5 departure, and then on the CAPS 3 for the river visual, runway 19er. So what we're going to do is we're going to input the approach like we did for the departure for our landing, and then we'll basically finalize setting up the entire airplane from there. What I'm trying to do is get the departure up so that we can brief it, but it looks like it's just taking forever and a day. Are you done? Are you done? All right, we'll let that load while we start loading the plane up in the meantime. I love you. Make good choices. Not possible? I would have hoped different. My wife, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right, let's go ahead and bring this into Valanta. So we are going to go ahead and start a new flight. We'll add the flight plan in from SimBrief. And here it is. So that's it right there. Beautiful. Yeah, so waves is going to be the waypoint there. Briefing. So I think, yeah, it's going to spit us out. I think waves is going to be the waypoint that we add in there. And then everything else will go kind of right on top of that. Yeah. Bexgo, Bosley, direct waves, and then on the CAPS 3. So waves is going to be our waypoint. So WAVES, input that there. It's going to be this waypoint right here. 125 nautical miles north of us. And then our departures and arrivals. Departure, Bexgo 5, 23 left, and Boozy transition, which I believe was correct. Yep, Boozy. And then our arrival is going to be the RNP. Where is it? It's the RNAV 19 for the CAPS. Yep, and waves is the transition via Fergie, and that's it. Execute that. Activate and execute. There we go. It's that easy, guys. It is that easy. We are all set. Right, so let's take a look at the Bexgo departure. Okay, well, that's easy. It's vectors to aim high, Bexgo, and Boozy. And basically above 2,500. So we'll set 5,000 there. Because, again, easy, quick departure. We want to get as high up as quickly as we can. And then once we're clear of that, the CAPS 3. So let's go ahead and load the arrival. So for this, we want to be between 22,000 and 21,000 feet of waves. So that's why for our altitude in our init page, our altitude we're going to set here. I think we're going to basically set the same as what we set on the way down, except just for an odd. So we're going to go 230 for our flight plan altitude for the return. Cruise winds, again, we're going to pick those up from here. 269 at 68, 269, 68, and pop that in there. And then yeah, so again, 330 is what the anticipated. We're going to go 10,000 below that. Again, just for convenience, block fuel 5.1. It's basically the same flight, just reversed. Zero fuel weight. Sorry, plan fuel's 5.1. I'm gonna load in the same here. It's 5,190. So let's do 5,200 in the tanks. There we go. And then let's set the passengers payload. Zero fuel weight for the way back is going to be a very comfortable Zero fuel weight for the return is 55.2. So we're actually a little heavier on the way back. 55.2, zero fuel weight, and there it is, 120. We're basically maxed out to capacity with the passengers there. 59.2, takeoff CG is in. MACTOW is done. We will then transfer some of this across. 59.9 for the gross. Reserves 0.01. Pop that in there. And the cost index today for the return is a magical. Where is it? 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 Cost index. I never remember on here where it is. Release. See, it says 96, but there's no way that it'd be 96 with the... Oh, that's because I maxed it out because I'm stupid. It is 59.1. 51... Oh, 51.9. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. There we go. That's the correct number of packs. Cost index, we'll use the same. Not 63. What did I say? 43. 43 is the index. And we'll execute that. Looks good. N1s. Again, we'll do temp 45, D-rate, and climb 1. Takeoff, tier 1, flat 5. Here we go. C of G is 23.4. And let's go ahead, 5.66 on the trim, 130, 131, 134. That puts our VREF at 144 for the climb out. Very nice. Looking good. Heading is going to be set as 234. Because we're going to be on there. 234, 5,000 initial climb. And flight directors can come on both sides. Our APU is already up and spinning, so we don't have to worry about that. As I said, the turnaround state is going to be much faster. We can bring the yaw dampener on. Logos and everything are still on as well. We'll assume that we have boarded, so seatbelt signs can come on, and emergency exits can be secured there as well. Right, the panel is set. We're going to go ahead and clear that. Everything else is good. We're going to set 299.2 as our altimeter because, again, we're flying on an absolutely perfect day. We're going to go ahead and de-arm the ILS because, again, we are not going to be on an ILS frequency until we arrive. And because we're on an RNAV, we don't actually need that as well. We'll still continue the regular descent profile, and then we will take off the autopilot as we program that in. Now, there is one step that we do want to go ahead and take, and that is, we're going to go ahead and do that, but then here. So we're going to go ahead and pretty much, yeah, it's here. Because this is where we would take vectors. Hello? Why the document was misbehaving here, I have no idea. Hello? What are you doing? Right, so here, yeah, at pack is where we want it to put us. Yeah, pack and then vectors. So the reason for this. All right, guys, are you ready? Let's go to DCA. Let's go to approaches. Let's go 19, RMP 19. And let's go ahead and bring this in. So the reason that we are doing this, the reason we're setting all of this up is for a visual approach. Basically, what that means is we're not going to rely on instruments. We are literally just relying on our view out the cockpit window as we come in. Now, as we leave that last waypoint there, pack, we will be turning onto this approach for Fergie. All right, so Fergie is our initial descent at 3,000, and then we're going to be following this all the way down. So The reason why I'm going to leave this as a vector for now is to make sure that at 3,000 feet, we can then vector ourselves around to make sure we're at that we're at Fergie, which should be the waypoint right above it. So we'll probably vector ourselves onto Fergie and then direct onto Derek from there. We're going to leave these waypoints all the way in, and basically just use that only as reference. We're not even really going to be looking at the instrument panel. We're just going to be using our eyes, looking out the front of the airplane to fly. So again, super exciting stuff. Right, what we need to do though, is we need to go ahead and put in a couple of fixes. Give me 1 second. I need to remember what the fix... What is that fix for the restricted airspace? I want to say... Shoot, brew. That's why. Whatever you're doing, please stop. Come here. Luckily, it was just water chat. But it's the charger for my headset. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Luckily, it was just water in the end, so we're fine. But anyway, what we need to do is I need to plug in these restrictions. So I think if I plug in, there is waypoint Boeing CDU for area P56 Alpha. I cannot remember what it is. I think it literally is. I think we can use P56 Alpha for this. I think. I could be wrong. P56 Alpha. No, it's not in the database. So there is a name for the waypoint that I need. And I don't remember if it's on what chart it's on. I think... No, it's not Piva. It's not Pliva? Yeah, it's not that. What is the waypoint? Because we need to stay... I think it's 5 miles outside of it. If my if my memory serves. I just don't remember what the name of the waypoint is. I don't remember what that restriction is. River visual DC restrictions. There we go. Because we can't... I'm trying to remember what it is that we need to breach. What we can't breach, rather. There. Yeah, P56 is 1. And then... it's basically all the way down there. We could even... You know what's funny? We could even plug in the Washington VOR and aim for that as a visual reference as well. And there are river visual reference lights on the tidal basin as well, just the other side of the island there as well. So it definitely keeps it easy to follow. No, it's not in there. River visual procedures. Yeah, that's fine. P56 Alpha. I just don't know what the incursion is. there's like there's an incursion zone. I've forgotten what the dang incursion is. What is the DCA perimeter rule? There we go. No, that's not the one that I meant. No, it's not that. Negative. Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. Bummer. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if anyone remembers what it is that we need to enter in this panel here. Let me know. But basically, the panel is all set and configured for our turnaround here. So let's go ahead and get this puppy ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Twitch chat, are you there? Are you with me? Are you ready for our departure? We are ready to head back to DC. Let's go with Frontier, I guess. That's fine. There's lots of green now surrounding our blue. All right, let's go ahead and get the chocks out. So we'll remove the chocks.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
So let's do this. Are you there, chat? Are you with me? Have you all gone to sleep? I think you've gone to sleep. I'm so sorry. I've put you all to sleep. I'm a terrible friend. I'm an absolutely terrible friend.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
All good, though. All good. We're having fun. That's all that matters. Right, so bypass pin is in, all good there. Let's go ahead, put the departures in, and then wait for the tug to do whatever the tug is doing. Hello, what are you doing? All right, and like we said, we want the tail swinging around to the left. So we're definitely going to go ahead and swing the tail around to the left. We'll go ahead, pop the window heats on. And we'll start to put the... There we go. Put the pumps on. Hydraulics can come on. Bleeds are on. And that can come on. Nose is going to go around to the left. And we will release those now.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
We absolutely will. Let's go ahead and ground to the right. Here we go. Engine number 2 starting up. Is 10, 11, 12, 13, is 17. Introduction of fuel. Engine number 1. There we go. We're on our way. It's exciting stuff, guys. Very, very exciting stuff. So we're basically just going to push back directly onto the taxiway from the ramp here. All right, there's engine number 2. Here comes engine number 1. Let's go ahead and set that up. Set continuous on number 1. Engine's coming up to power. Here we go. There's 12, 16, 17. There's introduction of fuel. And off we go. Let's do this thing. Let's fly the river visual, baby. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't flown this in so long, and now we're like actually at a point where we're pretty well prepared. I don't know if I will fly the entire approach by hand, but I'm gonna certainly try. I'm definitely gonna, you know, have throttles, have the stick. We'll definitely prepare and get this puppy out of here. Yes, sir. All right.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
I don't know who you are, but who are you and what have you done with the person who just finished with, who just finished pushing us back? All right, confirm good engine start.
Good engine start. You can disconnect.
Yep. So we'll go over to engine power now. Plop the APU off. Bleeds can come off. Packs can come back on now. And ProPeats can come in. Right, upper panel is now in good configuration and set. All right, let's do flaps. Flaps 1, 2,
Unlocking gear.
5. And verify takeoff speeds, which we will do in the init page. For N1, takeoff. 130, 130, 134, 144, we are confirmed. V speeds checked. RTO is set.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
And we will arm the auto thruster when we get down to the
Left is
bottom.
clear. Right is clear.
Perfect. And we'll turn taxiway lights on as well. Right, we are in full configuration for takeoff. Let's just make sure that the... Oops. 1, 2, 5. I don't know why it did that. Let's just double check that it's in the right configuration before we go. And the trim should be 5.66, so it's actually just a little bit lower than where it's currently at. So it should be like right there. That's 5.6-ish. Yeah, 5.6. All right, trim is set as well. RTO, brakes are on. And we are squawking the right frequency. Ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, we are on our way. Let's do this. Let's go ahead, pause the music. And we will turn the sound of the simulator up for departure. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Let's do this. I am very excited. Very, very excited for this. For those of you who have not joined me for a river visual approach into DC before, you are in for a heck of a treat. Like I said, it's going to be really, really good fun. So what we're going to do is basically visually fly to Fergie. Oh, sorry. Run the route down to Fergie, and then we will take the control of the airplane over from autopilot and fly it manually by hand as well. All right, initial climb is set 5,000. Probably going to actually hand fly this for a little bit of the departure as well. Very, very nice. I know this is an Asobo Studios airport. So this is an airport that actually got added to the simulator by the developer of the sim. So it's actually not default. It's actually designed by the developers. So it does have a couple of custom buildings. It does have some default stuff, like the tower, unfortunately, is default. But virtually everything else in the airport is custom, which is quite nice. Hangars and so forth. There's the cargo area, and then the main terminal buildings, Terminal 1, Terminal 2. Or sorry, other way around. Terminal 1, Terminal 2 on the other side, car park. Obviously, it's not incredible scenery. Don't expect, you know, amazing scenery from the Asobo guys. But, you know, for the fact that it is free, it's better than default. So we take it. We take it for sure. All right, let's get this thing organized. Whoops. Accidentally clicking buttons here. Oh no. Oh no. Very good. Oh, hello. It's because I was doing two things at once, not paying attention. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves lined up. Landing lights on. And let's get out of here. So we're going to set power at 50%. I'm just going to go ahead, taxi onto the runway. We'll kick auto throttle in as we do the lineup here. So here comes auto throttle. It is armed. Again, nice and short runway here. All right, heading bug is lined. 234, 234, 234. All right, brakes are on. Power is set. APU's off. Flap set. Brakes. Final checks. Power at 50%. And there is 50. N1 Toga. And there is thrust set. And again, we have a little bit of a longer runway, so we have derated the takeoff. Checked 80 knots. There's 100. Loose the thing. And V1 rotate. We are rotating. And easy rollout. There goes the climb. Gear coming up. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and manually fly this for a little bit. We'll follow the flight directors for a hot second. I'll take that initial climb, 5,000. We'll start to make that nice, easy turn. And we'll take flap 1. And there goes accelerate. Flap 2, flap 1. And we're trimming. Absolutely beautiful. 3,100. I did fly a little bit further of the upwind there before making the downwind turn. Here we go. Nice, easy. And there's flap 1. And flap 0. So we're going to go ahead and there's this, there is acceleration. Perfect. It's looking good. So we'll go ahead and take command LNAV, VNAV, and off we go. Command. Hello, what are you doing? And there it goes. I think it's going into acceleration now. Yeah, so we'll let that accelerate and then we'll do level change there. Oops. So let's go route direct. AMI and execute. There we go. So we'll take that now. There it goes, correcting for the path. And it's back. There's acceleration. And off we go. 23,000 feet. Flaps are up. RTO can come off. We'll reset that as well. And away we go. Goodbye, Raleigh-Durham. And away we go. So we can go ahead and turn the sound of the sim down once again and pick up some music as we head on our merry, merry way. I'm going to quickly do this. Let's see. Because I'm sure. I want to see who else is doing some flying this evening that we could potentially raid over to a little bit later on this evening. Yep. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. So, chat, how do we feel about potentially doing another leg? What are we thinking? Do we like the idea? Do we not like the idea? We can always remember we can always fly again tomorrow. Do a bit of Lego while we're at it. I know we've been flying a lot of the Boeing 737 lately, so could potentially even fly a different plane. There's a few aircraft I haven't flown in a little bit. Could be fun to dabble around with a couple that we haven't flown with before. So that would be good fun as well. But there we go. We are well on our way. Oh yeah, there's a good number of people who we could very easily send some love over to this evening. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous approach. That is looking really quite lovely now, isn't it? Fabulous view out the window. Really, really liking that. Very good. Very, very, very good. Cool. Well, I'm definitely enjoying the ride so far. I hope you guys are too. I really, really appreciate you all being here. Like I said, it's super relaxing, especially after a long week. And the fact that we're like 10 people away from our goal of 350 follows, it means that we are getting eminently close to 500. I'm thinking if we make it all the way out to 500 to try and maybe do like a subathon or something like that. And we do like a crazy like hot series around Europe or something like that. I was also thinking maybe, we did a lovely little flight the other week over to Malpensa. It got me like really, really loving everything that was going on in Europe. So maybe we'll do some European flying tomorrow. Maybe. I've still kind of not really fully decided what we want to do. Let's see. Love that. That's amazing. Oh, it's going to be a good weekend, chat. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow, thank goodness. So there we go. Love, love, love. I'm very excited to make this approach, chat. We are going to be tracking it on Valanta as well. Oh, we do have control on, though I don't think they're departing in the same direction that we are. I don't think they've switched to the river visual either. If they have, yeah, no, they're definitely not. They are definitely not doing the river visual. We cannot in good conscience. We cannot in good conscience do that. So we will not be doing that. We will not be going onto the network and doing a landing in the opposite direction to everybody else. We're also not flying on the right weather conditions. There is a new thing now that we have to fly in live weather. So we'll need to do that. Oh my God, I want to do that so bad. I want to do this, please. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited. I am excited. But yeah, no, like I said, it's going to be a super chill weekend. Ali works tomorrow, so I'm taking her in so I can get my hair cut properly. because this is driving me insane. Outside of that, it should be a pretty chill rest of the day, rest of the weekend. Looking forward to that. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, this picture, the one that I posted on, I don't know why it's fuzzing out on me, but the one I posted on Twitter earlier is actually one that I took. I actually just re-edited that photo. I absolutely love the way that it came out. I've been playing around with some kind of new edit coloring and stuff, and granted, maybe the sky was a little harsh against the background and like some of the outer lines were a little bit weird, but I don't know, I kind of like it. It's kind of cool that all the colors have kind of come back through. The sky was very undersaturated. I think I overexposed the shot initially. But the fact that it's come back like that is pretty outstanding. I'm very, very pleased. Right there, guys and gals. I think we're in really, really, really good shape. Yeah, like I said, this is our flight plan. I'm just about to leave Raleigh and rejoin Virginia for our arrival here. Like I said, maybe we'll carry on. If everybody is in the mood, then maybe we'll fly one more flight out somewhere. There is a lot of aircraft on the ground over here, so we'll just bear that in mind when we come back in. I do have buffalo scenery, so that's always a good shout. But there is unfortunately no air traffic control right now. Though New York Center is on as well, which is kind of nice. Boston, New York approach. Yeah, it's a good amount of like ATC. We could even do a quick hop into New York if you guys are up for it. Again, it's super short flight. Newark, like 19,000 feet, will barely be in the air. So it's definitely an option for you guys if you fancy it. All right, let's increase this. We are at 23,000 feet, so we are at cruise. And there it is, top of descent. Again, like 80-ish miles out from where we are now. Crazy, crazy how short this little hop flight is. Like 45 minutes, I think, all in with airtime and everything as well. Oh, jeez. That is crazy. That is so crazy. Well, for all the European gang that did tune in, I know it's getting late for you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. That was definitely a super fun arrival, departure from DC into Raleigh. Great landing. Very happy with it. And now we get to do the same thing into DC, running this river visual approach. I wish I had recording software, and I also wish I had... oh, actually, that reminds me. Since we're not on the network, I can also... There is... Flight model. Is it flight model, data, traffic? What is it in? Accessibility? No. MISC. What is the... There is a new... Global preset. Talk, data. It's not in here, is it? No. Traffic. Sounds, camera. Experimental? No. VR, developer, accessibility. I don't think it was accessibility. MISC. flight model, data. What is the traffic? Ground aircraft is 0. That's fine. This is all fine. What in the world is like this new setting? All right. New turbulence setting, MSFS. New turbulence setting. Added assistance option to customize. Oh, it is under assistance. User interface cursor subsettings. No. So where is this? Add a new assistance option to customize the intensity of turbulence during the flight. Where is this? Okay. Hang around. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. Oh, here we go. Right. Under assistant. It is under assistance options. Options. Assistant options. And TER. TUR. Turbulence. Here we go. Realistic. Apply and go. Resume. There we go. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure that we had realistic turbulence enabled for our landing. Even though we are flying on a very calm day and that this should really not be an issue, I just wanted to make sure that it was all set. All right, we can close that. Volant is fine. Navigraph, right. We're going to review these items one more time before we land as well. We are going to do a full briefing one more time. So, CAPS 3 arrival. CAPS 3, we're going to follow the entire approach. Waves down to pack. When we get to pack, we're going to visually, we are going to fly over to Fergie. If not, we will descend a little further back and join either at Derrick or Grays, and then visually fly the approach. There are certain altitudes that we want to hit as we descend. So like we said here, this is the glide path. It's 3% glide starting at Setuk, which is right here. So pretty much as we get over 3,000 feet, just to the east of just to the west of Georgetown, we are going to want to start getting onto that glide path. So we'll be using the RMP glide slope, and then we are going to also be putting the decision height in. That's the next thing we need to do. So decision height is 550 feet. So we're going to want to set that now. So let me just make sure it's 480, 550. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set a 10 feet minimum addition on top of that, just so that we make sure that we have plenty of time before we hit the actual minimums to go around if we need to, if we're too high on the approach or anything like that. Now, I am going to go ahead and set max auto brake 3, and then we are also going to make sure that we have full reverse and all the rest of it. Right, let's go ahead and get the rest of the approach sorted. We are anticipating on, let's see, I think the brief said, that's not the right one. Flight briefing. Here we go. We said the landing weight should be 52.2. That's what we're anticipating. 0.2. Yeah, which is roughly what we're expecting. So VREFs are the same. Now, I kind of do want to take a full flap 40 here, but we have to have flap 40 and 120-ish knots at 3,000 feet. We want to be ahead of it because it will get away from us extremely quickly. All right, we're less than 40 miles away now from top of descent. So we're going to turn the music off a little early in a little bit, and then we will be... It's gonna get real fun real fast. So I'm just going to set up a really lovely little view. I have not set this view up in a little bit, and I absolutely love this view. It's like over the top of the cockpit looking down. Nice wide angle. And that's going to be our Alt 9. So there's the wing view on this side. Remember, this is the side that's not seeing the Capitol. There's Control Alt 9. There's that. Perfect. It's looking good. So this is the side of the airplane that you would want to sit on if you wanted that Capitol view approach going in. Like I said, I've done this approach many times in real life, posted it a couple of times on Instagram, posted it on Twitter several times as well. There we go. Interesting. Let's see what else is going on. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's very nice. All right, amazing. Okay, right. It's enough faffing around there. We are getting close to our top of descent. So I will pause the music here and we will prepare for our landing. So we need to set our first descent point, which we will set as BAM at 6,000. So let's go ahead, set 6,000 in here. And we'll get that loaded and ready to go. So that's in and locked. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. I'm super excited. Cool. Like I said, we're pausing the music for our arrival here as well. And for those of you who are here, I so appreciate you sticking around. It's going to be a super fun one. It's been an amazing stream. I really appreciate all the amazing support. Once again, from the Raiders, incredible support, lovely support from everybody who has been a part of the stream. Love you all to pieces. Really appreciate each and every single one of you. Let's do this thing. Let's do this. Guys, I'm so pumped. So pumped. All right. So we are all good there. Love it. And there is descent. Like we said, decel is going to be pretty fast after this. Definitely going to turn the sound of the sim up nice and loud so I can pay attention to everything that's happening. All right, very good. Waves, first waypoint. We want to be between 22,000, 21,000. And we're going to go ahead and let the aircraft take full control of this. want to be definitely, I think, is there a speed restriction over here? I think there is. $2025 is going to be the track from Bully. Yeah. It's fine. We may even try and cut the arrival a little bit, but honestly, I love flying this approach. It is so good. It is such a great approach. Yeah, I need to find out what that waypoint restriction is for this. All right, again, we'll lift that out because we're going down 6,000. And we're going to keep a very, very sharp eye on speeds. 280 knots here. I think we'll bring it 250 knots. Yeah, at Moho. So by Moho, we want 250 knots. I'm going to go ahead and keep the legs page up on this side. Car, welcome back. We are still here. Whoa! Oh my God. Julie! Hello! Julie! Thank you so much! Okay, hold on. We gotta get a shout out going here. Julie, thank you so much, dude! Oh my God, we're in like critical stage of flight here, but I don't even care. Julie, you star! Thank you so much! I apologize. This is not doing what I want it to do. You totally deserve a shout out. Holy cow. How was Valorant? Did you have fun? We are doing the river visual approach into DCA, Washington Reagan National Airport, on the river visual approach, which basically means we are doing it with our eyeballs and not instruments. Pasta, thank you so much for the follow. Super appreciate you. And Julie, thank you so much for the raid, friend. If you need to take a break or anything like that, go ahead and do so. Totally understand. It is a Friday after all. Chaotic and fun. That is always a good description for fun time with Valorant. Super appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much, guys. If you aren't following Julie, Julie is a wonderful Nancy Drew slash Valorant slash shooter slash mystery solver slash English major slash fill in the blanks for me, Julie, because you got so much going on. It's amazing, and I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So unbelievably sweet. And yeah, Car, welcome back. We are literally on descent right now. We are flying over Elap right now, and for those of you who don't know what we're doing, this is the Potomac River. It flows from Western Virginia all the way through down to the Atlantic Ocean, and DC sits firmly in the middle of this river, and we are flying an airplane down this river. Essentially, that to put it as simply as humanly possible, that is what we're doing. So I am very carefully watching what my airplane is doing. All right, so Bully is here, 280 knots. I'm actually going to go speed intervene and bring this back to 250 knots to make sure that we have plenty of room slowed down and that we actually maintain speed there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the speed brake as well, so we start to get organized for this arrival. Like I said, it is kind of crazy. I have done this approach in a Airbus. I have not done it in a Boeing, so it will definitely be interesting. I plan to do most of it actually hand flown instead of relying on the GPS on board. So yeah, we are celebrating the National Cherry Blossom Festival. That is getting underway. Well, it's underway as of last week, but of course the blossoms now are in full bloom, And the tidal basin is right there. I don't know if you can see it out there. It's kind of hazy out right now the way we have the weather set. But yeah, the tidal basin is basically a straight shot to the north of us. We're doing quite well. 250 knots, there we go. We are in great shape. And I'm going to go ahead and arm this now, because I would rather not use the speed brake. Speed brake. I would rather not use the speed brake if we do not have to. Because we are going to have so much going on that I do not want to rely on having the speed brake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the I'm going to go ahead and get on this one the reference for the approach on that side, and then on this side I'm going to go ahead and keep the legs page up, and I am going to go ahead and shut this so that is off, so that we can monitor engine performance. If anything does happen, the plane will let us know what's happening. The rest of the overhead panel here is actually looking very good. We don't need anti-ice or anything like that. Hydraulic pumps are armed and good. Yeah, we're on continuous relight on the engines. We are on the move. There we go, 12,000 feet caps. That is one of the final waypoints here before we transition onto the northerly route here, which is super exciting. So we're going, I believe it's going to take us to Hoya. No, it's not. It's going straight to Flips. I think the reason is for the southerly arrival for runway 1, it takes Hoya, then Hall, then Katrin. But for the northerly arrival, we'll go Caps, Flips, and then Moho. And I've gone ahead and slowed us down to the 250 knots early because, again, I want to stay at 250 knots as long as humanly possible until the last possible second where we switch over. Let's see, can we see the base? Yep. So right there's DC. There's the Anacostia River on this side. That's the Potomac right over here. Obviously, the Potomac wraps all the way around and actually joins the Shenandoah Valley here on the western side of Virginia. Did you know that the song Country Road Take Me Home is actually not referring to the state of West Virginia? It is actually referring to Western Virginia, and talking specifically about the Western Virginia Potomac Valley, which is a beautiful area. I go there with the wifey every so often, especially in hiking season. This spring, I'm sure we'll go out there a good amount because it is truly stunning out there. All right, so Flips 11,000. We are in very good shape. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be taking Flips, Moho. There would be a hold here if we needed it. At the moment, there is no need to hold because we're just basically going to shoot the approach directly. So basically what it's saying, aim for 9,000, Moho to Jill's down to Smoot 6,000, and then bam, descent from 6,000 to 3,000 pack. And then basically once we hit 3,000 to turn onto the river visual approach. So that's what we're going to aim to do. Did that make sense to anyone but me? It's complicated. It is complicated, chat. But trust me when I say it is going to be really, really, really good fun, this approach. Would you guys like to do landing predictions? Would you like to do some landing predictions? Is that something you guys want to do? I'm happy to do it. Gotta act fast though, because we're gonna be very busy here very soon. All right, what's it asking? Unable 250. That's fine. We're already at 250 at Moho. We're already there. What are you talking about, airplane? Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Well, I'm happy. Chat, if you're happy, I'm happy. Are you happy, chat? Excellent. Again, Julie, huge thanks for the raid. Let me make sure you get a proper shout out now that I know that it works. Guys, if you aren't following Julie, would love it if you could drop Julie a follow. Julie is so much fun. Please give some love. Do. There it is. There is DC. And there is our airport. Right there. So the plan is we are going to turn that way. And then we are going to turn this way. And then we are going to follow this river all the way in. Guys, this is such a fun approach. Oh my god. Why haven't I done this in like ages? And also, why haven't I streamed this in ages? It is too much fun not to stream. All right, so we're at 10,000 moho, 250 knots. We'll drop the speed back. I think the approach calls climb 3,000, final approach track to runway 19, then direct Baden. And hold the continue climb. Okay, that's go around, which is fine. Brief that. Baden is on the I think it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's on another chart. But anyway, Baden, yeah, here it is. Missed approach is Baden, which is out to the south. Not going to worry about that too much. All right. So there we go. MSA is all set. Got the minimums in, glide speeds. Here we go. So speed right here, glide path 3 degrees. We should be 160 knots. At yeah basically 160 knots right here at Sedok. So 160 knots, and then we'll obviously try and reduce for minimums. But yeah, ideally by go around we want to be like right around the 140 knot mark. Okay, very good. Here is Baden. So here's the go around. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is the airport. There is the Washington Monument. There is the Jefferson. There is the tidal basin. That is what we are celebrating. That is, of course, the Pentagon, and the Capitol is there as well. We can also see the Smithsonian Museums from here. Very, very cool stuff. All right, so 7,000, descending now 6,000. I'm going to go ahead and put 3,000 now into here. And we are absolutely fine. We're not going to introduce drag. I'm going to drop the speed back now 230. And we're going to take flap 1, 230 knots. Here we go. So here's the turn at Alexandria. So this is Alexandria down here. And we're heading over to like Fairfax County in this general direction. So we just made the turn short of Alexandria. And we're basically going to be following this road right here all the way down. and then making the turn just short of the Capital Beltway for the final turn. The final turn, actually, I've seen it come as far as like the Cascades, like all the way down here, and then following it in. Depending on how busy traffic is, those vectors can get pretty crazy. And remember, most of the time, traffic is coming in not just from the south, but from the north as well. There's the top of the river. That's pretty much where we're aiming for. And what we'll do now is we will go ahead and take Fergie. So we'll go ahead and enter FERGI at there, and then we'll take Derek there and we'll plug that in. We'll pop that in there. So we're going to go ahead and run the whole of the river visual. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that because we're at 230 knots, flap 1. Yeah, so we're basically, let's drop down to 200 here, because we're going to want to swing this thing in pretty aggressively. And there's 225. Take flap 1 here. Oh, it's going to get exciting. Oh, this is going to get very exciting very quickly. Yeah, I think we might overshoot the turn at pack, but that's fine. We can always take a heading and then shoot back around. Yeah, let's go heading select now and take a heading right. Let's take a heading here. 317. Heading select 317. We'll continue down 3000. There's 3000 there. Decel. So take 200 knots. 195. There's flap 1. And flap 2. Take 180 knots. Go overhead pack. And then we'll make that first turn. That puts us like right over McLean, which is perfect. We're basically, so this is the Dulles Express Road right here that we're following, which is why I wanted to pick the heading. I'm very familiar with the geography of the area, so I'm kind of manually following this for a few. We'll hit 3000 here. We are a little bit above path. So, yeah, we'll take the descent now. It's fine. There's flaps 2. There's flaps 5. Take that at 180. And then we'll probably return the speed back to the aeroplane here as well. So there we go. And she's aiming. Let's go level change. 163. Yeah, there you go. 163. 1,000 to run. And let's go Fergie in there. LNAV Fergie and execute. So making the turn now, going down 3000. On the approach. And then bring the control stick back to us. We're 160 knots, flaps 5. Let's take the next degree of flaps, flaps 10. There's the turn for Fergie. And there's the top of the Potomac River. Here we go. We're doing it, chat. We're doing it. Oh my God. Oh, it's going to look great. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're 3,000 feet at Fergie, and then we'll continue on the approach glide here. All right, so the glide path is coming in, 3,000. Fergie decel there, flat 10. We'll aim to have the gear down at Derek 2000. Let's do this. This is the river visual. Let's go. There's the city out there on the right. Oh, you guys can't really see it, but yeah, it's like right behind the camera. Right here, you can just see the Washington Monument right there. All right, let's poke that to right there. And here comes the glide slope. Flap 10. Go ahead and take the next notch of flaps here in just a second. Because we're basically overhead Derek. We're going to take flaps and gear. Here's Fergie. So here's the turn. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we are like right on the money with this. Right on the freaking money. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yes. Yes. There we go. Glide path. LNAV. Manage speed. And we'll bring this back as well. Let's get the gear down now. 2000. It's flaps 25. We want to be at flaps 40 at Setuck. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, we are in such great shape. All right, so we're going to drop down. Checked. And drop down to 140 here. And I am going to go ahead from here. She's doing so beautifully. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take it down to 123, which is our VREF speed, and pop flaps 40. And I'm going to go ahead and take controls. All right, she's mine. There we go, flaps 123. Here we go. She's mine, chat. She is my airplane. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop the auto throttle as well. So it's my controls on the throttles as well. So we're gonna go ahead and stay as close to this as we possibly can. Stay on the river and do not encroach on that airspace. Oh, I don't know what's going on with the reservoir there, but that's not looking good. The reservoir is not supposed to look like that, chat. All right, we're a little high, reducing power, coming back. Nose down. We're going to be somewhat following the flight directors here, but like I said, a lot of the visual cues that we're going to be taking, checked, we're fine. I think it's because we're low on the glide. We're fine, not worried about it. Here's the visual cue for the turn 4. We're absolutely fine. I'd actually rather be a smidge low anyway. I think it's because we're also... There's the water gate right there. Alright, perfect. Give a little bit of thrust. There we go. And we're going to stay on this side so that we don't encroach. There is the National Monuments. There's the Lincoln. Continue. We're going to aim for this side right here. And we're going to aim to take that. Gonna go ahead and raise the nose just a smidge. I do not want to encroach in that airspace. So we're gonna take that final turn here, starting just shy of the bridge. Here you go, there's the final turn. Oh, we have absolutely nailed that approach. Oh my god, we've absolutely greased it. Oh, it's absolutely fine. Give it a little bit of power. We are absolutely right on the money. Look at that. We couldn't have been better on that if we tried. Oh my god. Checked. Oh, baby. Oh my god. I know, we're absolutely fine. Oh, bounced it! Oh no, bounced it! Oh, I bounced it at the end! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, it was all going so well. Oh, I bounced it at the end, chat. That would have been absolutely unreal. Brilliant. Oh, well, we're gonna carry on the rollout here. Manual brakes. Unbelievable. What an approach. That makes me smile from ear to freaking ear. Unbelievable. Oh. Amazing. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to the nation's capital, DCA. Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Gonna taxi Juliet here. We're gonna pop the landing lights off, pop the APU on. And by the way, guys, that was the first time I've run this in a 737, and that was just so much fun. I so enjoyed that. There we go. We're gonna follow Kilo here over to the ramp. Pop also brakes off. Also pilots yelling at me over here as well. Unbelievable. Oh, that was so much fun. Well, for those of you who did stick around for that landing, I really do hope you enjoyed. It was really good fun. Do I even want to look at the landing? Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Of 218, 1.3. Not bad at all. I will happily take that. All right, let's see. Where do we want to go over here? I think originally we were at this stand right here. So we'll go ahead and set up for an arrival on this guy. Oh, what an approach that was. Seriously, so enjoyed that. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Again, to everyone who came in with the raids, super appreciate you. Oops, broke a little bit too hard there. Unbelievable. And there we go. Stop right on the stop line. Let's go ahead and pop brake. And we'll switch over. I didn't click the autopilot though. Why are you yelling at me? Anyway, 2 blue, 1 red. Engines are dead. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, down on the ground, Washington Dulles International Airport. All right, let's go ahead, pull all of these. We'll put the APU bleed on. So many switches to play with. Let's go ahead, pop the seatbelt signs off as well. Guys, what do you think of that? That was so much fun.
This
Right.
parking is too small for your
You know
aircraft.
what? I don't even care.
Boarding requested.
It's Southwest. It's absolutely fine. The add-on unknown is causing Coatl scripting engine to restart. Please run live update. Do you want... Yes. It's absolutely fine. So we're not going to get an unload, but it is perfectly all right. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Exactly where we had started, not only mere hours ago. So if I don't know if anyone else fancies another flight from here, or what everybody else is thinking, I'm going to go ahead and mute the sound of the sim and pop some music on as well. Guys, this was seriously so much freaking fun. I so enjoyed that. It was such a blast. We'll go over to the Just Chatting stream or screen real quick. Oh, that landing though. I cannot believe, like, I know that I've flown some like challenging approaches before, but oh man, that approach, that setup, and just getting it, like flying it so nicely and staying within the appropriate areas and not encroaching and setting up that final turn. Like, we timed that final turn so nicely. It was absolutely spectacular. Truly spectacular. Really appreciate it. Oh, right. Shall we see who all is still alive so that we can go give them some love? Is Twitch awake? Is Twitch even awake, chat? That is the question. Who? I don't even think Twitch is awake. Twitch has fallen asleep. Twitch has fallen sound asleep. Hello? Okay. What is going on right now? Right. You go away. You go away. You go away. You go away. And you can now go away as well. Since we have now successfully landed and ended the flight. Oh man. That was so enjoyable. A 218 landing. It really was right on the nose. Really was right on the nose. I love these like little hop flights as well. They are just like the perfect length. Absolutely the perfect length. Right, let's see. Ground point Niner is currently streaming. And one of my buddies is also streaming. I don't know if anyone else is on at the moment. Try and see if there is anyone else on who's doing something similar to what we were just flying. Let's see if we can get in with them. Spanish. Trying to keep you guys with someone who speaks some English. Oh, look at that. Someone is doing KDCA. It's K. Oh, this is... It couldn't be more perfect if you tried. All right. Let's go show some love to someone who's literally doing... All right. Here we go. Let's do a raid. Guys, I so appreciate it. Go give some love to Captain Custard. Really appreciate it. Use your raid commands. Use your sub raids. if you have them. Would super appreciate it, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. More flying, more than likely. Bit of Lego, maybe. We'll pick something somewhere in between the two. Maybe do some Minecraft. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out on the day. We are the Empire. And we have tea. And I will see you tomorrow for another wonderful stream. I love you all species. Thank you again for all the amazing support and the raids. We'll see you guys. Ciao.